I don't know if I believe
I don't know if I believe it either. I wouldn't believe it if I was Monica either. Show me the proof.
I know.
Show me your my chart.
Hello, and welcome to Membriash.
Hi.
I don't know. I like do this like thing every time.
I know.
Yeah.
I think it's like every time you get really comfortable with like the camera and the filming.
Yeah, I have to like jump in. You know, I can't just
Yeah.
act normal. There has to be a little bit of like build up. The last episode of Love Is Blind, season 7, I thought was going to be crazier in the comments, but I think a lot of people are saying similar things to what we were in that they felt like it was a really interesting conversation to see on reality TV. That's the overarching, resounding kind of comment about it.
Also, I think, though, like, there are some really interesting people sharing their perspectives in the comments. It's just that y'all are being really, like, kind and respectful.
People are being really chill with each other,
in the way that you're
cool.
expressing that, which is awesome.
I was nervous. This is such a tough topic in the U.S.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
But, instead, we got some, like, really cool perspectives.
Yeah, some really interesting ones.
And a lot of things that we agree with, frankly.
Yeah. It's like you don't know how a community is going to feel about you talking about something until you do. And then you're like, oh, okay, this is a relatively safe place to like discuss this sort of topic. I mean, there are corners of the United States, like culture, where it's not even safe to talk about what we did.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly. It's not comfortable to.
Well, and I think where we grew up is a lot like that. And we also saw the conversation as like a really positive. It's cool to watch people have that level of depth of conversation on TV. Like, that's why when people are like, oh, reality shows, they're so stupid. I'm like, they don't have to be stupid, though. Because that was not a stupid conversation.
That was a very intelligent conversation.
Yeah.
Done very well by two adults that had differing opinions on stuff, while mostly being aligned, regardless.
Yeah, while mostly being aligned at the same time. There's something that
we missed a few things. There was, like, Tyler saying that the Insta ladies are going to try and gargle his cock at some point, basically.
How's Steven?
Steven, what did I say?
Tyler.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, man, you don't need to attribute
names are
other
all the
stuff
same.
to Tyler.
Garrett, Tyler, Steven, all the names are like the same. Tim? Like, I can't keep track. These names all bleed together. Okay. Steven was basically saying that we missed it when we were watching, but we left it into our edit, and he was saying how, and that was weird. And given he's the one that Artie's like, yeah, I've DM'd someone in the past and I didn't do anything, but he's setting it up to cheat.
Yeah.
Is the way it's looking.
Yeah, okay. We were talking about this a little bit this morning, and I think what's happening is that he is letting Monica walk all over him, not saying anything, and he's not, right? He's not like...
Yes, dear.
Right, every time it's
you're
yes,
right.
dear,
You're so right.
Of course. You're so... I'm so wrong. You're so right. Yeah, that's how it is every single time. And I really just feel like he's setting it up to be like, well, I wasn't happy. I felt nitpicked, or I felt like nagged or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's going to be like, what? Because she has no idea, because he's not communicating it to her.
He's also potentially very aware of where the camera is at all times, given how he's showing up. I'm not saying he couldn't be that, like, quote-unquote nice. He is.
Why would he say that dick-sucking thing if he was,
that was a slip-up, drinking.
Where the camera was?
No, that's a drinking slip-up. When it's just the two of them, he says everything perfect. Is there anything else we missed?
Yeah, there was
we miss comments left and right. We try and watch while talking to each other, so it's hard. A commenter, Zeke Seeks, because I just read it, was talking about how they share a lot of the opinions of Ramses, but also feels a little bit differently when it comes to like maybe there's like a bit of a dogmatic view from Ramses because of his former religious upbringing, where he kind of views things as like positively good or completely negative and evil. It's like almost like they felt like potentially a holdover from his religious upbringing that doesn't give him the flexibility to understand somebody like Marissa. You know, like in her perspectives of like, hey, like people don't always have a choice, or they don't feel like they have a choice. Actually, I think she said that. She didn't say that people don't have a choice. She said they feel like they don't. So I just thought that was kind of an interesting perspective that I hadn't thought about, and I really appreciate the perspective on how, or like getting into Ramses' thinking.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I think the big thing that I had forgotten before was people saying, like, why didn't he have this conversation with her?
Oh, that was a big one.
Like, earlier? Yes. Which I agree. If it's this important to him, he should have addressed it more fully when they were in the pods. However.
There's always a however.
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 I don't think you get a lot of what I would consider like leftist ideology coming from people in the pod.
Yeah, just in general, you don't see that kind of representation a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think perhaps when they were in the pods, especially because the way she talks about the military and her experience and did with him, she does have a degree of like non-support for the military.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he just thought they were more on the same page.
Like they didn't go deeper because they didn't feel like they had to at that
Yeah.
point. They're both like, oh, they're critical of military U.S. operations. Like,
Right.
oh, great, I agree.
And then he's
You
like,
know?
oh, okay, even though she was in the military, and you and I have known people like this.
We have people in the comments saying, I hated my service.
Yeah.
It happens.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe he just assumed that's where she was
Yeah.
at because of the types of conversations they were having.
We probably already talked too long.
Yeah, like, listen, we're long-winded, so.
Let's go. Let's
Okay.
just do it.
All right. Love is Blind, Season 7, Episode 8, Dirty Laundry.
This looks like it's going to be a fun one.
I welcome your opinions. I really do.
Welcome your opinions.
Yeah,
Our
I
weddings.
really
What do
do.
you-
People give us a hard time about the millennial,
The Fry.
the fry. His fry is the fryest fry I've ever heard in my life. Do you hear him?
Hot take, I like Fry.
It's like
I like the way it sounds.
Yeah, you
I
like?
do. Okay.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's probably why I have so much of it.
Yeah. Clearly she likes the fry too, or she wouldn't be here.
He's all Fry.
He's 100% fry. Does he never not fry?
And I think he sounds pretty good.
Okay. He's got like you might describe it as like a smoky
It's like
or
gravelly?
like mysterious, gravelly. Yeah.
I don't do mine on purpose. I really
Okay,
don't.
yeah.
But obviously there's something deep down in me that is,
Pro fry.
Yeah, pro Fry, yeah.
I thought you'd like that.
I get it, 'cause the flowers.
Okay.
That's sweet.
The calm before the storm.
Yeah, apparently Steven sucks. Does he?
In this episode, we'll see.
He gives me weird. I get weird vibes from him for sure.
left and right. So it's just we
Yeah.
haven't been able to have anything sticks yet. You know what I mean? Like it's a bunch of weird commentary, constantly.
That is a great perk. I mean, let's be honest. You know, if you do something right and you get rewarded with sex, like,
Man,
He is he is something else.
I just don't. I get the ick so bad with Steven.
Yeah.
So bad. If he's like aware of where the cameras are, maybe this is partially an act, which is why
Yeah.
I feel so like such an aversion to him. And I'm trying not to hold it against him, but he just feels like off to me. But it could be because he's like very aware that cameras are filming him.
My dad's also like whispered to me a couple times on the phone. He's been like, "How do you know this guy's not a liar?"
that's funny.
That's funny, he says, cause that's so funny, cause I am.
He might not be though,
I know,
right?
we'll see.
You're gonna see a bunch of cute pictures. You're gonna see my baby cheeks.
Is everybody on the show rich? Look at that house.
I know.
That's ridiculous.
I know. Whose house
Near
were we at?
DC?
We were at Garrett's house. Really expensive.
know.
We're at Nikki D's house. Nikki D's family's got money.
Does it feel like the cast is just getting richer and richer every season?
Living with my parents could be seen as a negative maybe to some people.
Holy crap, dude. Look at that brick thing he's
It's
living
not a
in.
mansion, but that is a nice house.
That's a nice house.
Full of ridiculous like portraits of their family history and shit. Who does that?
Rich people.
Rich people do that. You know, the only thing I wish he was like Nikki D the second. Nikki D the third.
If you want to, think it's embarrassing, that's fine. I don't. I love my parents.
Oh, he still lives with his parents.
Oh, that's cute.
Aw. I like that he's like supporting. You know what? Okay. It is tough to live on your own right now. It's very, very expensive. He's pretty young still. Also, he loves his family. If you
They have
like
a
your
great
living
house.
situation, don't be embarrassed of your living. Like, people that make you feel
Yeah.
embarrassed of your living situation are not worth feeling that way.
Because if
about.
your family's that important to you,
Yeah.
or you get along with them that well, like there's no need for him to leave. It's a huge house. He loves his family. Why wouldn't
Yeah,
he?
why wouldn't
Why
he?
wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Have you read this book?
I've read all of them back in the day. Yeah.
Whoa.
For school or whatever.
That's not that many books.
It's like 5 books. And she's like, whoa, Nikki
You read
D,
all those
avid
books?
reader.
What the hell?
This is Buffy. This is my first stuffed animal. This is Buffy.
Okay.
Wouldn't you be like, oh, that's so cute. That's like your first stuffed animal. She's like, fine. She doesn't like him.
No, she doesn't like him.
She clearly doesn't like him.
It's nerve-wracking. You'd be a little bit nervous, but I'm at the point with you where you accept me for who I am.
I really feel like Nick is one of those people that the more people accept him, the more he's willing to like let people in and the less awkward he is. It's almost like he has a pretty big wall in order to protect himself from people judging him because he seems very affected by it.
Right after we do get married, probably gonna move pretty quick, right? You know, like we'll probably move right in.
Her face when he's like, we're gonna move in, she's like, absolutely not.
You're gonna be moving in with me, right? Think you're moving into my apartment.
You ready to move out?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he just means move in as in like move in together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there was a bit of a I'm not living in your parents' basement. I mean, I bet it's a nice basement though. Did you see that place? I live in their basement.
Nice, dude. I'd live in their basement too.
In this economy,
It's
I
open,
would.
I bet.
I would.
Well,
yeah.
they're not getting married, so it's not open.
Oh, you're right. It's not open. He's still down there. Hey, Nick.
We've talked about like
A lot.
everything. We've talked about
We've
trauma.
talked about everything.
We've talked about finances.
They're there with the pleather pants again.
Everyone's always wearing pleather. Like,
Or
is
is that
that
real
not
leather?
sweaty? Pleather, leather, whatever the hell it is. Is that not just like a sweaty, nasty nightmare inside his pants
I
right
don't
now?
know. I don't know.
If she were to go back into the military, that would automatically be divorce?
It's, yeah.
I like that he's not saying, well, I don't know, babe. He's saying like, no, this is a line for me, and
Yeah.
it's okay that I have this line for myself.
I don't view politics and those type of things as like something that exists in a vacuum. Like they affect real people.
Yeah. Some people are like, oh, you have political views that aren't mine. It's fine. He's not that way.
I'm not that way.
Yeah.
I mean, full
yeah.
disclosure, like I wouldn't.
There are a lot of people I wouldn't date.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
around political beliefs.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely. And when people say like she did that, she was with someone she had divergent political beliefs from
Yeah.
for 3 years. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, I hear that.
I always stand with like people who are on the like under the hammer of like U.S. imperialism. I feel for those people.
It's actually kind of cool to me that he was given the platform to be able to talk about stuff like this, because I feel like he's probably the most like leftist person we've ever seen on
Yeah.
Love is Blind. And he's talking about things that are big issues.
Without being like super like mean or nasty
No.
or like aggressive on it. He's just
No.
like, this is a big deal for me, and it will be a line.
And I think that's like what I've always come back to with us is just like we like communicate very well.
They're talking about big shit and they're getting through it.
Yeah.
I'm impressed by that.
Me too. And he doesn't feel, and neither does she, like they're done with the relationship just because
Yeah.
they hit, honestly, like a pretty big bump. Because I can't remember what of our conversation we left in, but like they do feel like eventually they will be even more aligned than they are
Yeah,
now.
there's like a progression
So-
there that they're both self-discovering.
They're on the same path.
They're on the same path. It's
Right.
whether or not that path aligns quickly enough, probably more than anything.
I like Ramses a lot.
I think their relationship is still really good in spite
I
of
think
like
it
a
is
really
too.
big thing.
That's good though,
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
feel like that shows me that if they did choose to get married, they're going to be able to work through stuff because they've had real conversations.
And also they know where lines are, and he's not telling her you can't do that.
When we go in there, like, we're just gonna talk. We did a crazy experiment. Let me tell you about it. We can leave the proposal out.
So she wants to edit it a bit. Wow, this is like a foreign delegate meeting over here.
I think her dad is intense.
Yeah.
So she's trying to make sure that he doesn't like do anything that her dad is going to be like, absolutely not.
How do you feel, Dad,
Exciting moment.
What?
about meeting Tim?
Do I have any choice?
No, you don't. You don't.
He is someone that I am with. We've had endless conversations about things.
It's true that the amount of time they spend with each other is more than a lot of people dating for several weeks or months, unless you're around each other all the time and you're constantly making time for each other, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. They're every day talking, living together. Like,
Yeah. It's a lot. It's more than just dating for sure.
It's elevated.
Well, really happy to meet you, sir. Really
Nice
happy
to meet you.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, he's doing a good job so far. He's nervous as about the family.
He's starting mamming everybody.
Yep. He is like,
He's
oh
so
man.
nervous. He's so nervous. Well, especially because she's like, could you please approach things this way? And like, he's trying to do the best he can.
Perhaps it was useful the conversation she had with him, but she psyched him out or psyched him up. Like he's in this space partly because of the conversation. Maybe that's what he needed. I don't know.
I kind of feel like the vibes her dad's giving off is that he needed this. He needed
Yeah.
to know that this was not going to be easy.
This episode is about to take a short ad break.
So I was born in England, too.
Oh, really?
And so
Yeah.
was he.
Oh, they're connecting on that.
That is such a coincidence. My dad was in the service at the time, the Air Force. So I was born at an Air Force base in England.
And that's exactly how he got here, too.
He's getting points. He's getting points hard. The family likes him, right?
He's doing really good.
Yeah.
He's doing great.
Before I even saw Alex, I knew Alex. I read a letter to Alex in the pod, but it was addressed to you. So if you don't mind, I'm going to read that to you.
That's so sweet. I'm going to
Oh,
cry.
hey.
I'm already crying.
This is beautiful.
Mr. Bird, first and foremost, I was raised to begin all things with a grateful spirit. So thank you.
This is really great.
Oh, Tim.
Tim is
so
killing this
oh my
shit,
God.
dude.
Showing up for the men on the season, honestly.
Tim.
Holy shit.
Right? It's just like it's just like a pyramid, and Tim is standing on that pyramid with this letter, being like, "This is who I am."
Tim is like a troll, like he's annoying.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
but he's like a beautiful souled troll.
Yeah, he is a beautiful souled troll. He just likes to be annoying sometimes.
Yeah.
But he's a younger brother.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? And she's
I'm a
an
younger
older
brother.
sister.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, even though they're not
That
each
dynamic.
other's family, that
That's
dynamic is there a
true.
little bit.
That makes
where he's like
sense.
pressing her.
That actually makes perfect sense, right?
Oh, her dad.
Wait.
Oh God.
Is he crying?
Yeah, her dad. Oh,
I mean, because
just
that letter was beautiful.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
My baby girl,
Sir.
we just met, but I believe in you.
Oh, my
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Oh.
Tim comes off very sincere.
He does,
He comes off very
man.
sincere.
He does.
That's so sweet.
Oh, I would
Oh.
take any of his annoying for this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this is good.
I accept you as my son.
Oh my god!
Oh, dude.
Oh my god! I wasn't
Oh,
expecting
dude.
this. Nobody promised this.
Oh.
That's really beautiful. The
Oh, that's
music. I'm getting
beautiful.
chills, dude. I'm getting chills right now.
Okay, well, they better get married because if he puts her dad through all this shit, you know what I mean, and then he doesn't say yes at the altar, I'm gonna be mad.
Give them the good news.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's so sweet, man. I got my whole
that
body.
is
I had
so
chills all over,
sweet.
dude.
Oh, man. Her family is awesome, dude.
Her family is awesome. Oh, and she's super sweet to them, and
She is very sweet to
they
them.
obviously seem really loving, and I don't know. That was beautiful.
How's it going?
All right.
Brother-in-law, that feels good.
Are you right?
Everybody's being so chill.
Her family's awesome, dude.
She's like, watch out, they're intense, and they're like, this is one of the most beautiful family meetings I've ever seen on the show.
Yeah, for
Like,
real.
of
It
all
might
seasons.
be. Yeah, this might be the best
That-
family meeting.
Oh my god.
Tim just killed it too, and he had a lot of requirements. She was like, "Don't do this, don't do that, do this," and he was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I'm on it," and he got it.
I feel like Tim's coming off as a keeper.
Yeah, I think so
100%
too.
right now.
I
Like,
think so
I don't
too.
know, and I'm trying to think like, what has he done that's bad? Like, he's kind of annoying.
He was a little annoying on the honeymoon.
And early
primarily on the honeymoon.
You talked about him being nervous and maybe coming off
Yes.
more annoying, and I kind of seen that
I'm
right
more
now, 'cause
annoying when
he's-
I'm nervous.
Yeah, dude.
Way more
Yeah.
annoying. So I think that it might have just been some discomfort.
That was-
Tim's great.
That was beautiful.
Oh, I like Tim. Tim's
Oh.
actually. I'm sorry, Garrett. Tim's my favorite guy right now.
Yeah, Garrett's number 2. You gotta show up, Garrett. Bring us a big
He's
fish,
fine.
Garrett.
He's fine. Okay, it's
Protein shakes and beer. I'm like, what are we doing here? And then the one thing of white wine for like the occasional girl you bring over. This is a bachelor. This is a dude's.
It is a bachelor dude's fridge.
She doesn't even have condiments. She doesn't have hot sauce.
Right?
Or ketchup.
Okay, Taylor's weird.
What is going on, man? Taylor.
What I'm seeing, and I'm trying not to be too judgmental here, then, is that she's just so busy she doesn't. It's a place where she stores her stuff and goes to sleep.
Yeah.
She eats out all the time.
First thing I asked when I got on site, I saw my foreman. I was like, "Hey man, do I still have a job?" And he was like, "No, like you didn't hear?"
Did he get laid off? Whoa.
He's an electrician. I didn't hear why, but maybe it was around going to film the show.
I mean, I am perfectly okay with you treating me like a piece of meat. I think it's hot.
He wants to be smacked around.
See, he likes it.
I'm a man. Wind blows in the right direction, and I'm like, fuck. Women are a lot more complicated.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, men and women are both complicated.
Also, Steven is like, men, the wind blows and we get an erection. It's like, that's not all men though, Steven.
Yeah, he keeps
like,
saying
that's
this.
you, buddy.
This is like their dynamic is weird.
It is weird.
I mean, you're into butt stuff.
Like pegging?
So much butt combo.
Look, they're having butt combos.
Giving birth is the only time a woman comes close to understanding what it's like when a man has a common cold. Okay?
What is he even saying?
You well.
Honestly, good question. Is he okay? This has been an incredibly strange conversation.
You let me take the lead. I just have to feel very safe in this relationship because
She's like, I don't want to just bang the shit out of you if you're just gonna bail in 2 weeks.
If this relationship has a timeline, then I'm not going to be having sex with you up till the time you leave me at the altar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take the lead. So anyway, how about anal, huh? No.
He wants a dominant woman, is what he's saying here, right? And she's more dominant. And you see that in the relationship dynamic. He's basically like, give me that gimp suit. Put me in a cage.
Peg me.
Peg me. Through the cage.
People like different stuff. I can't.
That was a upfront conversation about sex and the American versions, though, which we don't usually get that much, so.
It's just always awkward because Steven's
They're
awkward.
so awkward,
and he
dude.
says weird stuff that I'm like, why are you
Constantly.
still talking?
Yeah,
Stop.
that's what she's thinking.
You were fine a couple minutes ago, and now
That's
I don't
literally
know.
what she
Now
said.
I don't want to listen to you anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so she's a neat freak.
She's mad at him.
I was asking because you dressed up.
Yeah. Got 2 new buyer clients today that
I mean, he's a realtor, right? You have to come and go random times. It's constant, isn't it?
It's not a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we've got clients to talk to. I'm gonna go talk to clients.
Why is she being so cranky with him?
I do take out the trash.
Yeah, you do, but I feel like today I had to ask and yesterday I had to ask.
You take the trash out every day?
That's a lot of wasted bags.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Do you even compost, Hannah?
I doubt they do.
I doubt, Hannah.
Sundays are when I deep clean, where I scrub the walls, scrub the baseboards. I wash my sheets. I do laundry. I didn't catch up on. I clean up.
Not us. I'm feeling a little judged over here. I'm feeling judged by
I'm
Hannah.
feeling judged too. I'm feeling
like,
ashamed.
Oh no, Hannah, I don't live up to your expectations.
Yeah.
Your debt becomes my debt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's a good thing I don't have any debt or student loans.
I do have student loans. I mean,
Right.
you're not going to pay them, but I mean,
So she's saying if you have debt, it's my debt, but really it's she has debt and it's going to be his debt, right?
You know what's weird is this conversation is not a bad conversation to have, but she's having it with him as if he's stupid and she knows everything and she is telling him how it will be. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Are you paying the bills or am I paying the bills?
What do you think?
I think I'm financially more literate than you are.
Okay.
She's so rude to him.
She's so rude.
There's a way of sharing your knowledge, and then there's a way of making somebody feel condescended to, and I feel like she is constantly on the condescending end. There's no reason for her to talk to him like this. He's an adult. She's talking to him like a child. And then that's the relationship she's creating.
Yeah.
Is the relationship where she talks down to him all the time. I don't like this.
Phone bill. Your parents pay your phone bill. What's your plan with that?
Just keep your f***ing phone plan is the plan for that.
You've been on the same phone plan as your mom for ever.
Literally my entire life. We still are. We don't
Because
live
you get
together
a
anymore,
deal.
but we get a deal. So why would I change that?
Yeah.
That's so stupid. Why would I change that?
I get that she's lived a different life, but I don't know why she needs to be mean to him.
I don't know why she's being mean to him either.
To invest in stocks, just let me know and invest your money in stocks.
Don't give her your money.
Don't give her your money.
Does watching sports make you more financially successful?
I don't think stocks does.
You lost all of the... You just made even on one of your stocks from 5 years ago.
It wasn't a stock. It was mutual fund retirement investments, and those are even safer.
Yeah.
And yes, you absolutely can lose money investing in stocks.
It's a rich person's game, man. I don't know why he needs to invest in stocks for her.
It's everything, though. It's you need to have put up and mounted a TV. You need to have invested in stocks. It's all these things that she's this is the way it is, and every other choice is a bad one.
Everyone just can't do as good as me, she says. I hate Hannah.
She's a jackass, dude.
I hate Hannah. She's mean and condescending.
I've accepted you for who you are, but getting used to it a little bit more. But I'm a very good listener. I'm always going to hear you out.
He is actually...
He's a very good listener.
Hot take, he's a good partner.
He has been on camera so far.
He has been good.
I think the biggest legitimate complaint that I have seen is that she felt like that lady was you're jealous and he didn't defend her, whatever. That was a complicated
That's
situation.
so small,
But
and that was so complicated.
That is the biggest thing that's impacting him
navigating
negatively.
something like that is a little rough.
Yeah.
You know this, Mo, the one and only daughter.
Yep.
And from what she have described to me, you make her happy.
I think people have insinuated that he talks about his kids at some point on the show.
Yeah.
But that's Ashley's dad?
This is so hard watching this and not knowing if she knows or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's not gonna quit on you.
Nah, I'm riding.
I feel like Kian's about to start playing in the background. Or what is that song? Somewhere only we know.
Just reviewing
That
procedures.
means you're pretty smart.
Yeah, nah, I'm alright, you know.
He's not boasting. This guy's like, you're smart. And he's like, yeah, I can get things done. That's cool.
He comes across so genuine. It really freaks me out, like, if he is lying to her.
Yeah.
How do you feel about family, kids?
Big on family. I come from a small family.
Are you ready for that?
The way they're having this conversation is as if he does not have 3 children already.
Me feel safe enough to feel like I could be soft.
I think it's an important thing in a relationship that multiple people in this season are commenting on. I feel safe enough to be soft. You don't need to be hardened to the world. You don't need to be in a protective stance around your partner. That's how I feel. Home is a safe place. It's like comforting. It's like, you know.
Don't play.
Nah, I'm gonna take care of her.
Yeah, I look forward to the future.
I would just be watching this totally differently. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, they're so cute.
He seems great.
This is so great.
They seem great.
That's what we'd be saying. I'm so uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable until the end, and I can't help it.
I am
because
too.
You hear things, and then you're like,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That sounds like fight music. Uh-oh.
I'm shocked right now. I'm just so sorry.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. What happened? What?
Wait, what?
What happened?
Taylor is talking to Monica about something?
Said to me, you know, in a year when like a bunch of women are like in my DMs wanting to suck my dick and I'm...
Yo.
Did you do a sleep test last night? I don't know.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Steven just cheated on her, is basically what they're saying, right? Is he back there?
Yeah. So did he cheat on her and literally us earlier in the episode being like he's setting it up to cheat on her and then he literally cheats on her? Is that what's happening right now?
What the fuck?
What the fuck is right?
Reading those text messages filled with fetishes and coming in, like, it's disgusting, Steven.
You're right.
What?
And he's doing the thing again. You're right. I'm disgusting.
Yeah, it does feel like he's acting.
Were you at a sleep test last night?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't believe him at this point. I don't know if I believe
I don't know if I believe it either. I wouldn't believe it if I was Monica either. Show me the proof.
I know.
Show me your my chart.
you didn't know what you were doing last night?
No, I did know what I was doing last night, and I know that it was a stupid decision.
This is the same way he cheated on his ex, dude. Right?
Yeah.
DMs? Yeah, don't blame her for you being gross.
Blaming my actions on myself based on how I took our conversation.
Oh,
That is
is
so
this
bullshit.
not? Is this
He's
not
such a
exactly what I
fucking
said he was gonna
bullshitter.
do?
Yeah, he's such
then
a
he's like,
fucking
"Well,
bullshitter.
you're not so great."
Oh man, what is he Venmoing her?
Because he got laid off, so I think she's been paying for stuff for him
And she's like,
for a
here.
few days. Yeah.
While you were planning on cheating, like, I don't...
Yeah, this is exactly who he is from the beginning. The
He
red
told
flags
her-
from the beginning.
He told her he was a cheater. He did.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
I definitely don't. I definitely don't deserve.
Oh, knock it off, Steven.
He's
Don't
making
play
it all about
the
himself.
sad me card again. Get out of here.
He can't take what he's done to her, so he's just gonna leave.
I don't know. I feel like this is just a sob story for him because I feel like you don't continue to do this kind of stuff over and over and over again so like so obviously.
Yeah.
And like I don't know if he appropriately feels bad.
I want to armchair diagnose him. I won't, but he is not bullshit, man.
I tried to like him and now I'm like F you, bro. That's
Yeah.
messed up, dude.
Well, and I was gonna say too with the Monica him dynamic, he liked it. I think he wanted a dominant person. He talked about that sub-dom shit. I think he was into that shit.
Yeah.
Getting like yelled at by her all the time and whatever. He liked it.
Yeah.
Or told what to do, I should say.
But then here's the thing. But then he turns it on her
Yes.
if it's no longer convenient for him.
Yeah.
Or in order to justify
Oh no, yeah, I'm just saying
bad things that he's done.
Yeah. His relationship with her is actually the kind of relationship he wanted, but then he also wanted everything else on top of it.
Oh, Garrett and Taylor being so nice to her.
Garrett and Taylor coming in like the Grim Reapers over here.
Ugh.
They end your relationship for you. Wow. That was fun.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So. Okay.
So, few thoughts.
Okay.
And we're gonna focus on Monica and
Steven. I am hoping that we had the conversation on camera where I said that I thought he was setting it up to pull this bullshit.
You literally did.
Well, we had it. I don't know if we had it on camera.
Well, I think we did.
Okay.
In some vague sense.
Because wow, that turned around fast.
That turned around fast, yeah.
That turned around fast.
So that is who he is, and it's never changed.
That is wild to me.
He set it up. There's no other reason he would say that.
Do you know another annoying thing to me?
He went to therapy. He's all better now. By the way,
knows. Oh my god.
He did say that. He figured out why.
I just can't.
In therapy.
I just can't. I can't.
That's
I
therapy
wouldn't take a risk
weaponization.
on that, man. Like, you want to, go ahead. I wouldn't risk it.
You want to? All you out there?
Right.
No, nobody
All
does
you
in our
Steven's
comments.
DMs.
No, there are people though trying to suck his cock. All right. They're out there.
Okay. I think he was purposefully, like you said, he knew where the cameras were.
Mm-hmm.
I think he purposefully was making her, like, he knew some of the things he was going to do were going to make her look bad and make him look like a saint.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's always like, you're so right, you know,
Yes.
let me get this for you, let me do this for you. And it did look bad for her. It did.
It did
'Cause
look bad for her. Last
I
episode,
was
we're like, why is she such a curmudgeon?
Yeah, why is she
an
doing
asshole?
this? Why is she always asking for him
Yeah.
for things, whatever? And I think part of that is because he liked it, and then part of it
Yes,
is because
possible.
he knows that makes him look better in people's eyes, and it makes her look more like a villain. So then when he goes and inevitably cheats on her, like he did really
But
fast,
I did it about what you said
Yes,
to me.
then-
It was my feelings off of that
Yes.
conversation.
then he
and,
can blame her.
Yeah.
He can blame her.
And then even there when he's like, I said I'm sorry, like, because he's not going to fight with her because fighting looks bad.
Yeah.
But he's going to say I'm sorry and bail while she's sobbing on the couch, saying
Yeah.
you ruined this experience for me.
Yes.
And he didn't really acknowledge that. He's just like, I'm sorry, and left because he's getting out while he still can. And frankly, he looks like an absolute fucking dirtbag.
Dirtbag.
Honestly. So there you go.
I will never listen.
Oh,
Monica,
man.
not Monica's fault, okay? And we even kind of tried
Yeah.
to say this, but even in their dynamic, if Steven didn't like it, you have to say something.
Mhm.
You can't just go cheat on your partner.
Yep.
Because you're upset with like the way that they acted in a scenario. Cheating? No.
No.
Don't that. It's traumatizing for people.
Yeah.
Like, don't
And Monica
fucking
said
do
she's
it.
been cheated on how many times?
I know, like every freaking time.
Yeah.
Every time. I think she said in like every relationship she's had.
Yeah.
And if she forgives Steven, I'm gonna be
She's not going to forget Steve.
pissed,
Okay.
dude. I'm gonna be pissed.
Don't tell us. Don't tell us.
Don't forgive him, Monica.
Don't forgive him,
Don't
Monica.
you do it.
Monica.
Well, because I think, didn't she say in the pod, she was
Yeah.
like, I'm a really forgiving
Yeah.
person. Like, I
She's
love
not forgiving.
flaws.
They're-
in
they're
people."
over.
There's certain things you
No,
just
they're over.
shouldn't. Don't forgive that. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know him well enough to forgive that.
Creepy Steven, currently unemployed.
Well, he's I don't know. If he is an electrician, and now
He
I
should be
just
able to find
question
work
everything,
quickly.
but I do think it's kind of normal to get, like,
Yeah.
laid off of, like, a union job. Like, they just don't need you
Or
anymore,
just like
and then
electrician
you get
jobs in
picked
general,
up
yeah.
on for something
You get shuffled
else.
around and stuff.
Yeah.
We don't know all the complexities. I think.
Sorry.
No, I think that we should only leave it on that before we head out, unless you have
Okay.
other things that you want to talk about.
No, I'm just mad.
Okay, we're mad, Steven.
Because you try and give somebody a break, okay? You try and in your mind, you're like, yeah, he's creepy. Like, yeah, he gives me the ick, but like, you know, he might be nice, you know? Like, let's not judge him. And then he goes and does
The
creepy,
exact
weird
thing,
shit.
right.
And you're like, God fucking damn it, Steven. I was rooting for you, you know?
Yeah, but we side on him.
Yeah, the whole time. But like, man, you just don't want to be right.
Somebody said that we were being anti-Steven for the sake of it, and I present you this. Saw this coming.
Steven sucks.
Saw this one coming. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, man.
That said, love to hear your thoughts and tell us what you think about Steven and that whole thing. How much of this was intentional, you know? How much of this was an act? I don't know. Like, seems like a
Maybe-
lot. Seems like a lot.
Maybe he knew he was into like some stuff, and he was like not able to find, like, maybe he's gone through like Tinder and Hinge.
Oh, he
and
can't
stuff.
find people that
He
are
can't
into
find
his
people.
freaky.
And he was like, you know what I'll do? I'll go on
Oh.
Love Is Blind and I'll talk about liking to get pegged
Yeah.
and sub-dom shit, and then people
Yeah.
will be in my DMs.
That's absolutely
maybe that's
Do you
like
think
it.
he played some like long game? That is
Yeah,
like,
that's his
nuts,
long
dude.
game.
Wow,
That's his
maybe.
long game.
I love your theory. Do you think that's the long game? It could have been.
Steven, was that your long game?
Tell us below, Steven, if you're out there. Love to hear from you. And like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And then we'll see you for the next episode, which you're gonna watch like right away. We'll do same clothes. All right. We'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Then I got it knocked, and I started going,
Ridiculous.
Oh, that was a tearjerker.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.
We'll try to keep it short at the end of the video, though, because we do have one more episode to watch from this drop, so maybe we don't, like, wrap up so long this time. My apologies if y'all don't want that long videos. I know a lot of you say you do, so I know not everybody's going to voice up being like, no, shorter.
Shut up.
Shut up. No. But I understand some of you are out there, so we'll try to keep this one closer to 30 minutes. 40 minutes, I mean.
40 minutes? The last one was 40 minutes.
I know, but it's over 40. I was trying to keep it under that, like, if I can at least get to 39.
It was like 44
38.
or something.
No, it was like 41.
Long.
Yeah, it was a long one. I tried not to hit that 40, you know?
Oh, yeah, okay.
It was hard.
I did the editing, so that's why.
No. All right, well, we're the clock's running.